Today's video feature is a comprehensive overview of what to expect if you're facing a DWI charge in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. Now this video will be a little longer, but if you stick it out to the bitter end, you'll have a full understanding of what to expect and what you're facing here in a Charlotte DWI arrest. Now let's get started. After you're arrested, bonded out, you will receive a series of documents, including the arrest documents, your breathalyzer results if you submitted to breathalyzer testing, as well as some other paperwork, including a first court date. Now your first court date in Mecklenburg County will be in courtroom 1130. That's on the first floor of the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. If you are not represented, you will absolutely need to show up there. It is difficult because you'll have to fight Charlotte traffic. You'll have to park in the parking garage, walk to the courthouse, go through security, and then find your way to courtroom 1130. Now once you're there and your name is called out, you'll go in front of one of the prosecutors and you'll be asked a series of questions. You'll be asked if you're pleading guilty or not guilty, if you want to represent yourself, apply for a court-appointed lawyer, or hire private counsel. If you hire a lawyer, then we will simply go there on your behalf. You will sign something called a waiver of appearance, and we will go instead of you. Now we go to a different area and we simply log in and we get you a new court date on the 4th floor. Now the 4th floor is the district court floor. The 5th floor of the courthouse is Superior Court. District Court is where you have a judge only. Superior Court is where you get a jury trial, but we'll go through that a little bit more in detail later. Now, once you get to the 4th floor, you'll have a series of court appearances, and notice the phrase court appearances because that really is all that they are. Now, you will have to come to those. We can't get you out of that, so you will have to go through the process, but we will send you an email as soon as possible, usually a couple of months out at a time, so that you can get time off from work or get someone to drive you, any number of things. We will tell you the date, the time, and which courtroom you have to appear in. And then all you have to do is show up on time, and when they call out your name, answer up the name of the lawyer that you've hired. And then sit back and wait. Now, if you hire our firm, we're going to be there. We're going to go meet with the arresting officer and go through the arrest procedure in all details that they have in their notes. And then we will come out and get a new court date, usually again a couple of months out at a time, and then we'll talk with you. In the meantime, we'll also have requested copies of any and all video that was recorded, either through the car or through body cams. And if we've received it, we will have reviewed it. Now, once we have all of the evidence, everything from the paperwork to the interview of the officer in all video, then we have a very good idea about the strengths and weaknesses of your case, and we'll sit down with you and go over your options. Now in North Carolina, there is no plea bargaining in a DWI case by law, so it's a little odd. So it is DWI or die, so to speak. Now on the 4th floor in district court, again, it's in front of a judge only. So what we're principally looking for at that point are legal issues, legal errors in your case, either in the arrest or how the officer developed probable cause to make the arrest. We'll look for video issues as well, but we'll typically only make a motion in district court. We do not try our case in full in district court because, again, we don't want to play our hand until it absolutely matters. So if we're going to go to a trial, we usually recommend that we go forward to Superior Court so that we get a jury trial. So motions in district court, jury trials in Superior Court. Now, after a couple of court appearances in district court, we'll have to make our decision on what we're going to do. If we make a motion and win, that's fantastic, then it's over. If we make a motion and we lose, then you are essentially found guilty of the charge. Now, here's the best part about North Carolina DWI law. Even if you're found guilty or you plead guilty in district court, you can immediately appeal to Superior Court, and your guilty plea or guilty conviction is held. It's frozen in time pending the outcome of your Superior Court jury trial. If you win in Superior Court, then everything is dismissed and all is forgiven. If you lose in Superior Court, then they typically remand it back to district court for sentencing. So again, pleading guilty or being found guilty in district court can be the end of the process, or you can go further to Superior Court for a jury trial. The other part that I like about North Carolina DWI law is typically for a first offense. In South Carolina, where I also practice, it's a 6-member jury pool. However, in North Carolina, I get a full 12, which is, in my opinion, a much better option. So I do like that part. Now, there's one set of legal fees for district court. If you decide to go forward to Superior Court, obviously there are additional legal fees. but it is always your best option to delay as long as you can. And also, if you go to Superior Court, there's already a huge backlog of cases. And now with COVID and the courthouse being shut down now for almost a year and expected to remain closed, that backlog is only going to get worse. And remember, you're only charged with a DWI. You're not guilty until the end of your case. And that's if you do lose. So remember, nothing changes. You have been charged and you were facing a DWI arrest, but you do not have a DWI final conviction on your record until the end of your case. Now, I know this is a lot of information. I'm sure it's confusing. Now, if you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. My name is Robert Reeves. My mobile number 704-351-7979, or you can email me robert@rjrlaw.com. Hope it helps.